Are you tired of not knowing how to date? Are you tired of having a train wreck of relationships in your rearview mirror? I know that I was, but my conversation with Cullen and Elitia Mattox, it changed everything. And reading their book, Love Literacy, oh my goodness, it took me on a conscious journey to healthy relationship. So stick with me. I'm going to have a conversation with these amazing folks. It's going to change your life. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. A brand new episode right here. Her business, her voice, her conversation. Well, today, I don't think I've ever presented an interview, a conversation that's dealing with relationships. And I must say, for myself, I've kind of shied away from them. Business relationships, personal relationships, it's not something that we are taught, bottom line. That's the elephant in the room. But today, I tell you, I am bringing on some people who are going to change that conversation, introduce that conversation, and I just can't wait to sit down with them. So I wanted to welcome Cullen and Elitia Mattox. Thank you for being here with me.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Hey, Margot.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Love that painting in the background. Oh my goodness. Well, you know what? 30 minutes is going to go by so fast. So let me just dig right in. You all are the authors, the couple authors. Let me say that. You're not just friends that got together and did this. You are a couple, married couple. How many years before we get started? How many years?
16.
16 years in a time and in a society where we really just don't see that longevity. So first of all, kudos to you all. Thank you for your book, Love Literacy, a conscious journey to heal healthy relationships. So let me repeat that because I want people to run out and get this. Love Literacy, a conscious journey to healthy relationships. There's the cover right there. Hold it up so that people can see that once again. Healthy relationships. What inspired you to write the book? There we go. There we go. What was the inspiration behind your book?
Well, we got tired of seeing people that we absolutely love and people we knew loved each other break up just simply because they didn't have the tools. We knew they loved each other because we had followed their story and their journey, but they just didn't have the tools. And it's so heartbreaking to see people part. And we knew our journey. We loved each other, and we love each other, and we didn't have the tools. There are things that we were learning from trial and error. My wife learned certain things, and I learned certain things, and we realized that we were so unprepared. And both of us came from two-parent households, but nobody was passing along that wisdom to you. You were just supposed to actually just soak it up, I guess, but that wasn't enough.
And we realized early on in our own relationship that we weren't aligned in what a healthy relationship looked like, what love was, conflict, how to navigate communication.
Right.
And so I remember early on in our dating, Cullen was like, wait, you call that love, then don't love me. Like, wait, we had both been married before. So it was clear we had to sit down and get on the same page. What is a healthy dating? What is healthy courtship? What is love to us even? What is healthy relationship? How do we relate to one another? And so just going through relationships won't give you best practices. And so we were inspired to write the book because we wanted to create what we wish we had when we were navigating our own journey. And just giving people a toolbox filled with some practical tools and best practices so they can navigate their own relationship journey. We don't want people to struggle or suffer in love when you can have a toolbox with best practices right at your disposal.
So this comes out of what you noticed, what's going on in the world, what you all went through. I think that it's very, thank you for bringing out the fact that both of you all have been previously married. You know, sometimes we don't want to talk about that. That's kind of like poo-poo taboo. So you both are coming out of a marriage. You love each other. You said, we're making this happen. But our friends are suffering and their relationships are going down the tubes. Thus, you birth Love Literacy, a conscious journey to healthy relationships. Am I correct when I say that you all made a conscious decision to gather these tools for yourselves and for your friends?
Yes.
Absolutely. Spot on.
Yes. It actually began with me. After my first experience with marriage, I saw that I wasn't prepared. Even though I grew up seeing my parents dotingly love each other, I still wasn't prepared in terms of how to deal with the behind the scenes stuff. And so it became a passion for me just to collect all this information from all these different places. And I was just really hell bent on finding as much stuff as I could. And the core of what we teach was already in place when I met her. And it was a gift to my wife when I married her. And she said, no, you got to share this with the world. And my wife, being an educator, she came and then we massaged the content together and added content together as a team because we were building together. And then that is the ultimate, that's how Love Literacy came to pass, because people were saying, y'all need to write a book about what you teach. We were coaching, and then people, after every coaching session, people would corner us and say, when are you guys going to write a book?
Where is the book? How do I continue this? Where's the next step? And it took us, we sat down during the pandemic and penned over 10 years of best practices that has guided us in our work at When Love Works Dynamically with helping people date healthy, court healthy, and then enjoy lifetime partnership in a healthy way.
Yeah.
Is that where it starts, courting healthily in a healthy manner? Okay,
so I thank you for asking that question. People talk about I'm dating. They'll say they're dating and they're actually describing courting. So that's the first thing that we do in Love Literacy. We give definitions, because definitions will get you through the fog and give you clarity about the journey. It starts out with dating. That's a 4 to 6 week shopping experience where you're actually getting to know whether this person, you basically, this is conditionally finding out whether somebody works for you. That's the only time in the journey that you can be conditional. Yeah. Then after that 4 to 6 weeks, if the two of you want to do this together, build together exclusively, then you move over into courtship, which lasts about a year. 4 seasons that you see each other together. And then at that point, you're entering into unconditional relationship. And at the end of that, either you part in love or you go enter into a lifetime partnership.
Timetables.
So you have to have, we honestly believe you have to have synchronized definitions on what dating is, what courtship is, and what lifetime partnerships are. Because you can't just assume that your partner sees dating the same way you see it.
Yeah, so Love Literacy is a very intentional journey with timeline, with definitions. It's just a bunch of tools and best practices. You'll even have visuals in this book of what the timeline,
right.
The timeline Cullen just described is visually placed, very specific, so you're not in a dating realm and you're not dating healthily, and instead you're dragging someone into what we call, what's commonly termed as well, situationship, that gray area.
Yes.
We're like, no, you don't have to spend time in a gray area. Get very clear. Here's some definition. Here's some examples. Here's a timeline and best practices, so you know when you're dating, or are you really in courtship? Wait, are y'all in a dysfunctionship? Wait, is it all healthy?
Wow, I am clapping my hands. I have never heard these terms defined. I've never heard these definitions. I've never seen, I'm okay. I can't get yourself together, Marco, because this is just thrilling to me. This is what we're missing in society. This is what we're missing in male-female relationships. Well, any relationships that where you are dating, where you are attracted to another person, leading to, will you be my wife? Will you be my spouse? This is concrete, what you need to do. So when we look at who the book is for, it's for a person that is, and we're not looking at corporate relationships and that type of thing, workplace relationships. Right now, we take a look at the relationships of people in a relationship. They're dating, they're courting, they're moving past that gray area. And now, are we going to spend our lives together? So now we know this is who should buy a copy of your book right now, correct?
Yeah, well, I'm glad you said that, because it's even though we're very frank about it. Our primary focus is on intimate relationships. But if you get that's the part that has the highest difficulty, degree of difficulty, like because of the emotional element of dealing with intimate relationships, and then family is like right behind that, and then friends. So if you can get intimate relationships right, and they're interchangeable things, but if you can get intimate relationships right, you pretty much are going to be fine with, you know what I'm saying? You're going to be well on your way, because it's the same. These tools work across all different types of relationships.
Yeah, and they're transferable. So the person that gets this book will recognize, yes, I need to really have a basic understanding of me first. So the first 4 chapters are really for the individual.
Right.
To really get clear on what do you think is a healthy relationship? Wait, how are you navigating? Like, wait, are you even ready for a relationship? So we give you a relationship fitness audit, because a lot of times you hear people out here dating and they're saying, it's them. The dating pool is horrible. When will I meet? And we're saying, wait, take the first few chapters to really center yourself on what you say you want. And then the next part of the book is for people who want to have healthy dating experiences where it's fun, and so people who are seeking to have fun and date well, this book is for you. Even if you go past dating and now you found your person and you want to court and maybe go into lifetime partnership, this book is for the couples who say, listen, we want to do this in a healthy way. I've seen it done what people call healthy, but I see them arguing all the time. I don't know how to navigate conflict. Let's make sure when we run against communication challenges, we know how to have best practices. This book is also for couples who say, listen, we don't want to get stuck and stagnant on the day we met and that little feeling there, because that'll go away. We want to actually maintain a healthy connection where we're not punishing one another or shutting down or we're not speaking. So that's an intentional practice. And so this love literacy is really the toolbox filled with a bunch of tools to just guide you along your relationship journey. So if you're single, there's a great set of tools for you first to make sure you show up well. And then if you're coupled, this is a great set of tools to make sure you and your partner are aligned to co-create the relationship of your dreams.
So you're spending more time actually enjoying your relationships and not, like going through all this stuff with conflict and being stuck there and having outages where you're not speaking and you're mad at each other and can't find it in yourself to forgive each other. We're trying to get people to where they don't have those outages and they're spending more time enjoying each other.
And the final group that this is for is just any person who wants to build their healthy relationship muscle. People just want knowledge. What is a healthy relationship? I don't want to rely on television, movies. What is the best practices for healthy relationships? So this book is for anyone who just wants to build their relationship proficiency.
Yeah. So you all just took the I would, but I can't out of people's mouths, because you have it in one book, one place. You're not chasing them to North Pole and then they don't have to go down to the Antarctica. Go and get love literacy, a conscious journey to healthy relationships.
Right.
Wow. I'm so glad that you really explained what the book is about, break it down for who the book is for. This is so cool, because what comes to my mind is that as a society, outside of the Bible, we really don't. I'm speaking for myself. You all tell me what you think. We really don't know what a healthy relationship is. We look through the lens of what's in it for me. What say you all to that?
Well,
it's funny that you said you want to talk how society shows up.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. No. I'll take it after you. I have something to say too, though. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that, because if you aren't intentionally planning for a healthy relationship, then by default, you know the saying, if you don't plan, you fail. If you don't plan,
fail to plan, you plan to fail.
You plan to fail. And so the same with society. We can't rely on society to come into our homes and co-create with us. And we're saying, listen, the power is in the hands of the two people in that relationship.
Yes.
If you two want a healthy relationship, then you two have all the power within your hands. And so this is a very intentional process. And that's why we named the book Love Literacy, because you have to get literate in this journey. You want love, then become literate in it. Understand its practices, its nuances, get really well versed in it. And that's an intentional practice.
And see, and this is, I have to say this, they're over, I think we did the research, it's like over 4,000, like something like 4,000 to 7,000 universities in the United States alone. And less than 1% of them offer up healthy relationship curricula. So it's no wonder that people are struggling. The fact that only 50% of marriages end in divorce is actually a shock when you consider that there's been very little training in this area. So people have been left to trial and error, or either they learn from trial and error or they learn from somebody else who learned from trial and error that's passing down their stuff to them. So.
And Cullen was right. If we get intimate relationships right, we don't have to rely on society, because within the confines of an intimate relationship, you will do the most development, the most growth, because you create your own sacred bubble to have your flaws. And you're not perfect. Yeah. The person you chose is not perfect, but together you co-create perfectly.
Yeah.
That only happens in an intimate relationship.
Yeah.
So beautiful. So beautiful that we are, as human beings, are allowed, if we choose, to have these awesome, amazing, fulfilling relationships. If we choose, if we consciously say, this is what we want. This is what we're working for. That's what I hear you all say. And have fun. We get so, oh my God, we get so, as I'd say, get our pants in a muff about everything, and we forget to have fun. I see you all sitting here laughing. When we first met, you were laughing, and just the energy and the synergy of oneness was there. And I think that you all and your book will make people homesick for that, because once you see it and you know that they have it, it can be done. So now, is there a time frame involved in all? You say there are timelines in the book. We're not going to drag anybody. We're not going to be dating for in the dating phase for 10 years. Well, we're still dating. You know, you hear about that nonsense. Oh, my goodness. So what say you if a person really wants to turn things around? No, a person really wants to make sure that they have a firm foundation for their relationship and they are a couple. What's the time frame to really see some results?
Sure. Well, first, I think we have to back up to go exactly where you were going. We have to first understand that not everyone wants to do the work for what they say they want. And so even in our company that Cullen and I co-created together, When Love Works Dynamically, we're very intentional, even with the name, when love works. So love is a verb. It's going to take some work. So there are a lot of people that say, I want to love and I want this relationship. Okay, even if I'm up in age, if you're still saying those words, are you committed to doing the intentional work that goes along with what you want? Because the work that you put in can match the level of faith that you have, or you're just using lip service. So for us, when we work with people, they have to meet a criteria that, one, they believe that love takes work, relationships take work. If that's not their belief, then they won't do well. Two, they have to understand that it's a co-creative process. That means you have to be able to be open to other people having their different ideas, and you all then doing the work to get aligned. And then three, are you willing to invest in these type of practices? Because you will have to break down some traditions, some norms, some old beliefs that your family gave you, TV gave you. Are you willing to do that type of investment? That's some self-work.
Yeah. And if at the end of the day, the people that succeed in this, they all have growth mindset. They're willing to do the work, and they understand that they have to do the work. That's the only way you're going to get there. Chemistry is only going to take you so far. You meet that person, that charming person, you can live off that charm and that excitement and all the how handsome or how attractive they are. That'll get you through the first 4 or 5 weeks. You may laugh and joke, and that'll get you through that. But after that, y'all gonna have to get down and do some work. I don't care how compatible you are, your chemistry only takes you so far. It's just a down payment. You still gonna have to come up with the whole payment by putting the work in. Yeah. And I don't care who you are. I don't care how compatible you are. Everybody has had to roll up their sleeves and do the work.
And it's not age specific. It's not socioeconomic group specific. You can be the wealthiest 1%. You can be 99 years old. This still is applicable to you. Because there's a conditional statement. If you want healthy relationships, then you're going to have to get love literate to do the work to co-create the relationship of your dreams.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. Work. W-O-R-K.
That's right.
We don't hear that word put into relationships too often.
Right. Gosh. Great 4-letter word.
Yeah. Mighty and powerful, make or break. What can I say? I'm looking at the time, and I really have 2 other questions. First one is love and respect. Can we separate the two when we are working on our relationships?
Why would you? If you, I'm glad you asked that, because we look at the world and people. I know some of the most loving people in the world and sweet people in the world, and when they get in relationships, that's when they become love cheapskates. They're so busy looking at what you're spending in terms of love that they forget to love and spend themselves. Of course, I'm using the metaphor of love, using love as spending. Why are you worried about that person spending? If you're spending your love, that's all you're responsible for. And then you wait, then you can at the end of it, you can sit back and look and see, okay, is this person matching my energy? Because all relationships consist of, the healthy ones consist of 2 people giving to each other mutually.
Serving.
Yeah, serving.
So respect and love don't have to be separated. You can have, that's the beauty of a healthy relationship. You can have everything, because we created the company one because we got tired of people doing the a la carte thing. Well, I'm gonna have to have love or respect. And we're like, no, you can actually have both. But are you willing to do that work to get both? Because you don't have to have this a la carte menu. You can have everything you need within your relationship to thrive. So you don't have to pick love or respect. You can have it all.
You got to vet properly, though. You have to vet and go after what you need, because it ain't gonna change. If you needed it in February, you're going to need it in March. And you're going to need it way in the summer.
So why not be honest? That's who you are.
Be honest about it. And then go vet and get what you need.
Yeah.
That person is out there.
Yes, they are.
And excited about being able to give that to you.
Pearls of wisdom. What can I say? At the end of the book, working with you, the readers will be able to fill in the blank, please.
At the end of this book, you will be able to be genuinely yourself. You've forgotten more about yourself than we will ever know. You will be genuinely able to stay genuinely you, go out, attract, vet properly, and bring people to you that are compatible with you, and then be able to roll up your sleeves, do the work, and efficiently go about building together so you can serve one another and build a relationship together.
So all love literacy is a toolbox filled with best practices to help you navigate your relationship journey in an easy, efficient way, so that you aren't suffering in silence or struggling in this thing called love.
So you don't lose the love of so you don't lose the original love of your life yourself.
Oh my goodness. You know what, Cullen? That is the golden nugget that we are going to end on, because so many of us, we lose ourselves trying, and this is a whole nother conversation. I'm just going to end it right there. That was awesome. Just amazing. Love literacy, a conscious journey to healthy relationships, not relationship, relationships. Cullen and Elitia Mattox, I sure think you are. I learned a lot. I know we had a few technical problems along the way, but we won't let that stop us at all. Audience, this has been fabulous. Where can they find your book?
Love literacy can be found on our website, wlwdynamically.com. That's wlwdynamically.com.
I just have one other question, and I promise this is the last one. We get the book, we're ready to do the work, we're muscling up. Do we go to your website and get into a class and dig in? Is that what's next?
Absolutely. Once you buy a copy of Love Literacy on our website, when you click that books tab, you're automatically invited to quarterly Zoom sessions where Cullen and I will help you unpack what you're reading. Because we recognize Love Literacy is a very comprehensive, sometimes dense set of tools, right? And so because it's over 10 years of best practices, we don't want you to struggle. So you could check in with us every quarter. You're a part of the Love Lit crew automatically. When you buy the book, you get your Black card, and it comes with perks like that.
Right.
Because again, we recognize that it's a toolbox, and we don't want you lifting the whole toolbox by yourself.
Right.
No, come and check in with us, ask us your questions, and then you'll find that more and more people around you can figure out who else is being love literate, who else is in a Love Literacy crew.
Yeah.
So get a copy of Love Literacy on our website when you click the books tab, and you'll be invited to great perks like Zoom. See us every quarter.
And you'll see all of our other services that we offer also. We're coaches, so we have cohort sessions and we also have personal sessions, but we're actually committed to doing this work and helping with culturally relevant stuff to help our people get to their best life, enjoy the relationships and build up communities. This is the atom of our communities, our relationships. Yeah.
Yes, it is. It is. Gosh, I have so many other questions, but I'm going to cut it off right here. And these folks are going to be featured in WOM Lead magazine in December. So December 2022. So be sure to be on the lookout for that article. What can I say? You guys know I always have a hard time cutting off good conversation, and this was excellent. I learned, I know that you did also. So be sure to visit their website, look for them in the magazine article. I'm sure the other articles are coming out because we need to keep these conversations going about healthy relationships. If we don't, I don't know what's going to happen to us. So I'm Margot Levette. I'll see everybody next week. Brand new episode right here. Her business, her voice, her conversation. Thanks, you guys.
Thank
you.
It was a true experience and opportunity that I will treasure forever, to have an opportunity to sit down with Cullen and Elitia Mattox. But I gave you, the listener, bad information. They are going to be featured in WOM Lead magazine, yes, but that publication does not come out until January 19th, 2023. So that's next week. Then on the 20th, you're going to go to the WOM Lead magazine website, where you'll have access to the same article that's featuring Cullen and Elitia Mattox. So WOM Lead magazine is going to feature this power couple. The January magazine is publishing to everyone on January 19th. And then on the 20th, you'll have access to the feature article on the WOM Lead magazine website. Just want to clarify that because everybody will want to get a copy of this power couple, their conversation, what they have to say to WOM Lead magazine.